Hello, my beauties. Welcome back to the channel. I cannot believe that it is already time for my November faves video. We're at the end of November and bring on the December holiday madness. I can't believe it. I can't believe we're like already towards the end of the year here. I am actually going to be starting to think about my best of beauty for the whole year soon. But for now, we are covering the best of beauty for the month. And I do this every month. I do a little beauty faves. Everything that I have tried for the month of November, I pick the top of the top, cream of the crop products that are my favorites that I have tried. And so that is what we are going to share today in this video. And if that interests you, then stick around and we'll dive right on into it. So welcome back. I am Cher, and we cover a lot of different beauty curations here, like beauty boxes. I do a lot of subscription boxes, mystery boxes. Been doing a lot of beauty advent calendars because it's beauty advent calendar season, roundups and reviews. So I try a ton of beauty every month, lots and lots of products. For a while, my house was stuffed full, always cluttered. I now have a studio for that. I love it. I've been filming a lot from home, but I do a lot of my reels and unboxings and modeling and more thorough like things at the studio. I just find that I'm filming so much in between things that I'm doing with homeschooling and all with my son that sometimes it's just easier to film a long form video here. But anyway, so now my studio is stuffed full of beauty products. And so it just tells you how much I do. I try a lot. And this is a favorite video because I get to share all the favorites of everything I've tried. And this is a series I started doing so that I had a forum in which to share my reviews with you. I do another one that's my empties video, and I have that one either coming after this or before it, where I share more reviews on the things that I've emptied. But then this one is more for like my favorites, maybe things I haven't necessarily emptied, or they're things like fashion that are not something you really empty. You know what I mean? So this kind of covers everything in beauty and like style and stuff as well. So we don't go in any particular order. We just kind of start sharing, and then naturally I kind of get like a grouping or category of things. I'm like, hey, while we're talking about fragrance, there's this list. And while we're talking about this brand, here's some other things in this brand, you know? So that's kind of the order we go in. I just start sharing. And also, by the way, I will try to put as many of these things in my caption. I have a place where I just kind of link all of the products that I've talked about. And so if you're interested in any of them, you can shop the links down in my caption. If there's any discount codes I have, I will try to include those as well. And I always appreciate when you guys support the channel shopping through the links. I appreciate it. All right, so let's dig in and start talking about my favorites of the month. Okay, so the first thing I want to share with you guys, which is probably the most exciting. I have a lot of exciting things this month, but probably the most exciting of all, I have something else to share with you guys from SheSaidYes. So a month or two ago, it might have been about 2 months ago, I brought you guys a video sharing my brand new engagement ring. And it was kindly gifted by SheSaidYes. Yes, I know, that is incredible. I'm a very lucky girl. A real engagement ring. Well, they have now followed up, and now I got a new wedding band to go with it. So I'm not wearing it at the moment. I put it back in the box so that you can kind of see it in the box, and then we'll try it on here. I'm actually going to kind of put a clip in of where I unboxed it, tried it on and everything, so you kind of get the full effect of the unboxing and see how it's packaged and all, because it comes very nice. It has a little bag that came with it, another little mini bag, and a ribbon, and then how it's displayed in the little jewelry case, little cleaning cloths, all of that stuff. Love this. And I love that these are lab grown diamonds, lab created. So basically that means it's not like causing environmental damage and whatnot by mining the diamonds. It's a much more sustainable, ethical way of getting our beautiful diamonds. So I love that about it. I love like the ethical, the eco-friendly, conscious beauty is what I'm really into. And so that's one of the things I love about this. And so I have been thrilled with my diamond. I thought this will go so much better with my engagement ring. So if you see now, I have on, it's more straight across in the band, but there's this gap. So, and it's because my original wedding band, it's gold, and so it doesn't go with this. And so I kind of got this one for cheap, you know, to kind of match it, but it's not really fitting. It kind of worked, but it's, you know, you got to keep adjusting it. So I felt like this would really wrap around my solitaire better and hug it and look like it was more of a set. So I will show you as we put it on. I was just so excited for this opportunity. All right, and you could turn it either way. I just love how it's like a wave or something, isn't it? Or like almost like a crown. I feel like it gives it that like crown effect. Like it's a little crown sitting there. So if I wore it by itself, this is what it looks like on the finger. Oh, which is so beautiful by itself. It's so delicate. I mean, you don't necessarily even have to wear it as a wedding band, I guess. If you wanted to wear it on another finger as sort of a loose, like single stack little ring, you really could, but it is for wedding bands, I believe. So then when I slide my engagement ring into it, it just looks like it's supposed to fit that way. It kind of looks like it's cemented. You've got a little bit of space in between there, but the way that it's connecting up here to the solitaire just makes a lot more sense. It seems like it fits a lot better. So I am just in love. So this is my new wedding band engagement ring set, and I am thrilled. So this is definitely probably hands down my favorite thing of the month by far. And it does come with like a little card to tell me how to take care of my jewelry and all of that. They've also got coupons in here, which is lovely. They say best wishes to you, customize what you love. They have a whole section on their website where you can submit like your story, your love story. I love that because it's like the She Said Yes story on there, celebrating everybody's love, how they got engaged, that kind of thing. So there's like a whole place you can go to on their website too. I'm going to put a lot of their information down in my caption for you with all the other goodies. So I'll try to put a little piece in there too about if you wanted to share your story, how to do that. And what's awesome is there's of course a Black Friday deal running right now. So 15% off. I'm going to put my code on the screen for you, and I will also include it in my caption so that you can get discounts on beautiful pieces yourself. They've got some amazing promotions going on too. I think there was a chance to win a lab-grown diamond with like $3,000 in spending. I'll put the details of that too in my caption as well, but definitely wanted to share the deals and the discounts going on at the moment. So I absolutely love it. It is stunning as can be, and definitely my favorite thing of the month. All right, next, how about we talk about all the eyeshadow palettes? I haven't done eyeshadow palettes a lot lately, but I seem to have accumulated quite a bit this month. Haven't done that in a while, but I did this month, and so many good ones to share with you. So the first one is what is on my eyes right now. I've only played with it one time though, but it's already a favorite. Just saying. Just got this in the Ipsy. It is the Natasha Denona Retro Palette. Oh, she's so beautiful. Now, I know that you might be limited on looks, because it's all berry tones, and here you only have like maybe 2 or 3, maybe 2 that are a little bit more neutral. So if you want anything other than berries, you're not going to get much with it. You also don't have a ton of mattes in this. It's all shimmers. So I haven't played around with it enough to know just how versatile it is. I do think there's a few things I can see that I could do with it. So I still think it might be a good one. And I think you can even go a little more warm tone if you stick around like right in here. You know, you can make some warmer toned still kind of berries, but like warmer tone ones. So, but this is what I have. I am going to put a clip in here of just this look that I created. I haven't gotten far enough yet to make a bunch of different looks with it yet for you guys, but I did and promised that I would share that. So I'm at least sharing one for now, and I'll have to follow up and bring you guys some more later. So, oh my goodness, I'm loving this. I may go ahead and share with you the rest of the Natasha Denona stuff I got, even though it's not eyeshadow palettes. And then we'll follow up more with more eyeshadow palettes after that. So the other thing is what is on my lips right now. No, this isn't what's on my lips. I had it on earlier today, but I am wearing a different Natasha Denona lippy, the Berry Pop. But this one is what just came in my Ipsy Ultimate, and oh my gosh, it was so good. It was a little more red. I'll put the clip in of that, of what I had on this morning. I gotta tell you guys, so it looks like it's gonna be balm-like. I love that it is so skinny and small because it makes it more precise to apply it. It is a very bold, deep red lip, and that is very hard to apply and keep from getting messy in a balm type feel to the finish, right? You know, it gets all over the place, but it was like so easy to control being so skinny that it went right along the lip line without making clown lips and without getting all over the skin with that red color. That is hard to come by. So I love it. Now, even though it feels balm-like going on, it was really more matte in application. It lasted me almost the entire day. Through eating, I will say, after I drank something, I did end up with a smudge like right in here though, but that color was there and solid all day, and it looked fire. It was so good. It was amazing. So love this one. I don't remember what the name of the actual product is, but I think the shade is Emilia, something like that. So just to give you a feel for this shade name. Two more things I got in the Ipsy Ultimate Natasha Denona that are absolute favorites for sure. I already know I love the concealer. This has always been my number one of all, like the concealers I've ever tried. The Natasha Denona High Glam. It is so good. It is really full coverage and covers a lot, and a little bit goes a long way, but at the same time, it's serum based, so it glides so well and does not get all cakey and awful. It is fantastic. So good. Now, it's the end of the day. I've probably had this on for about 10 hours. You can see a little bit of my dark spots starting to come through here. This is actually probably a little more from like my eye makeup smudging, and normally you really see those dark circles bleeding through, and I didn't do any color corrector. Normally I do a little bit of like color corrector too with it, and I didn't. It is so good. So I got another stash of it in Ipsy, and I just love it. But this was new to me. I had never tried her powder foundation, you guys, and now I'm wearing it also at the moment. I usually always do a powder foundation at the end of my makeup. I don't wear it by itself. I do it with as like my finishing powder. So I will do, you know, a liquid or something, or a skin tint as my base, and then I use a powder foundation at the end, like a finishing powder, to like airbrush out, kind of go back over things. But this is just so good because it's a powder that does help set and everything, kind of airbrush things like it's supposed to, but at the same time, it has her high glam formula in it that is just so, I mean, it's like, I don't know how she does it. You almost think it's like a cream powder because it's so serum-like, like hydrating, but it's a powder. It's not a cream. It's wonderful. It definitely is the high glam formula of her concealer and her foundation. Like, oh, it's wonderful. So these are definitely favorites that are new, like brand new. Like I just started trying them, but they are like, oh my gosh, so good. All right, so a little sidetrack from the palettes. I just wanted to cover like the Natasha Denona new goodies that were amazing. So other palettes, now I just shared with you guys that with ColourPop, I was gifted very kindly from them the Stone Cold Fox palette, which I have always wanted. So I was so thrilled. All of those beautiful, cool tones in here. Now I really thought I could make warm tones. Everything comes out very cool tone, but oh, it is a gorgeous palette. Love, love that one. But then I also got Precious Metals, which is another very cool tone one. I feel like your shimmers in this just really, they almost have a little bit more, is that like pressed pigment, a little bit more in it as opposed to the Stone Cold one. Like the shimmers are a lot more pronounced in this, but this one is stunning as well. I want to play around with it a lot more, but I've only been able to play with each of them like a couple times, but I am in love. I am so thrilled with both of these palettes. So that was such a treat. I did get another palette in my mystery box for ColourPop too, but it was okay. I liked the neutrals and everything in it, but it wasn't as favorite as these two. So I'm only including favorites, like what is top of the top for me. So, but what did stand out is Tarte. So I got the little Tarte Friendship Cafe set that had a little bit of everything. It had a couple of little mini eyeshadow palettes like this one. It had a couple of mascaras and a couple of lippies. Like a lot of favorite things with Tarte. I picked that one up. This though was my favorite. So I love this little mini guy right here. There's a couple different ones, but this one was my favorite. This is Tartelette Hot Cocoa, and it's just all the perfect neutral colors. It's a little softer than the other one. The other one's a lot more warm tone, like really, really brown, and this one's a little more neutral. I love the shimmers in it. It's just the perfect little travel set for me. Perfect on the eyes, and really it's so small. It really is perfect for travel, just popping in your purse, and has just enough colors to make it so versatile. So another favorite find in eyeshadow. And then I was so impressed with the Laura Geller that I got. This was in the Laura Geller holiday set. It was like a bundle that came in the Ipsy shop. So some of the holiday sets that I shopped there, and this palette was in there. It is so pretty, and it is perfect, I think, for the holidays. It's coming off very pink on screen right now, but this comes off a little more warm tone. I won't say cranberry. It's like pinky, warmish pink, maybe. I don't know. It's a little more warm. But that shimmer right there is like everything. It is so pretty. So I love this palette, and I don't tend to love Laura Geller palettes very much. I have found some things I love of hers, but I've never loved a lot of her palettes. So this is one of the few that is a favorite. So I am thrilled that I discovered it. There were other things. While we're on this subject, I do want to continue with eyes, but a little bit more from Laura Geller that I'll share that I loved too. I already knew that I loved the serum blushes, and so that was also in the set. And this shade is amazing. It's like, it's the perfect color. It's so, so pretty. Her serum blushes are just amazing. That's just perfect. So that was another thing in there. Then another favorite in eyeshadow, it's not a full-blown palette, but I did pick up that Patrick Ta, finally, the duo eyeshadow toppers. And this was the shade In Your Dreams. It is so beautiful. Beautiful. Now I wear it as an eyeshadow topper over matte eyeshadow. I don't usually wear it like by itself, just letting you know. It is very expensive. This is the controversial one. Everybody's like, why would anybody spend that kind of money? And I did a little short about it that I think it is so beautiful. And if you're, I think that they set their prices based on what they think people are going to pay. And obviously enough people pay the $42 for this, including myself. Now I did get it on the Sephora sale, but that was still only 20% off. But anyway, it has been stunning. I love this. And now I want more. And the packaging is beautiful. Yes, there are other toppers out there that are much more affordable, that are probably just as good. I think there's probably a lot of indie brands too. I love my luxury. What can I say? Sometimes it is about the packaging as well as the formula. And then finally, the last one, the Makeup by Mario Nature, Ethereal Eyes Nature palette. So definitely it's had some negative reviews. And I think that a big thing people are saying is that it is not the same formula as the original Ethereal Eyes palettes. Like this one somehow changed a little. The shimmers are a little different. And I agree. I think they are a little different. Now, I don't have the OG Ethereal Eyes, but I have the Ethereal Moonlit, something like that. But it's still beautiful to me. And there's just something about the Makeup by Mario shimmers. It really is like they have this beautiful, like sparkling dust in the moonlight feeling. Well, in this case, it's in the forest, in nature feeling with the color story. It's a lot more warm and like nature themed. The greens in there, I don't always wear the greens like that, but this is the right kind of greens if I am going to wear them. But it is just so pretty. It was really calling to me. I got it on the sale too, and I do love it. I think I do prefer the original formula though. I will agree with that, but I'm still going to consider this one of my faves of the month. Let's just cover all the makeup while we're talking about it. So I was also gifted these products from Live Tinted, and I've gotten to try some Live Tinted in beauty boxes and whatnot, but I haven't gotten to do a lot. So they kindly sent this whole little set over for me to try out. I do have a whole like short and reel out there and TikTok sharing kind of my full look with it. So blown away. So impressed with these. First of all, the skin tint. It is beautiful. It is glowy. It is lightweight, blends well, but still covers, you know, like you would expect from a skin tint. It has SPF 50 in it. It is so good. The concealer was great too. Great under the eyes, not cakey, blended so well. I was so impressed. I would definitely buy more. And the Unity Balm, this stuff is the bomb. The balm is the bomb. It is so good. I have the shade Caramel Glaze. You guys, it's just amazing. And then the Q Glow, the highlighter drops. So everything was 10 out of 10. Like sometimes I'd only include like my favorite products of it, but all four were just so impressive. Highly recommend you check out more from Live Tinted. So yeah, because it's like they're a brand that like I hear of and see, but they haven't really been on my radar that much, but they are going to be a lot more on my radar. All right, I think that was everything in makeup I wanted to cover. Let's talk fragrance for just a moment. I don't have quite as much as I did last month, but I did pick up a few things that are favorites. One is that 7 Virtues Buttercream Haze. I got this on the Sephora sale also. I had been eyeing it. I love it. It is so perfect for this time of year, in the fall especially. This is definitely your gourmand. It has, what notes are they? It says, well, it doesn't say the notes on here, but buttercream. Now this says with sustainably sourced bergamot from Italy and upcycled sandalwood. Yeah, I'll put the notes on the screen if there's more. I think there's more for sure, but yes, this is your like sweet butternut, like, oh, creamy, like you're baking in the fall, like those fall yummy. Oh my gosh, it is just so good. Love this. This is my kind of fragrance all the way. So I've been wearing this actually a lot. And then I just shared the JCPenney Advent, or it was like a holiday box. And there were several fragrances in that box, but there was two that I discovered that I ended up loving. It was interesting because I didn't love them at first upon spray, but once they dried down, I fell in love. They are amazing. So one is the Kate Spade Cherie, fitting with my name, right? Cher. But this one, I still can't remember what the notes were on it. I was kind of testing everything out blind. I think at first I thought it had cherry, but I think it ended up being a raspberry in there. But when I finally saw the notes, I understood why I love this so much. It has a lot of my favorites like jasmine. What else was in it? Did it have sandalwood? I can't remember now. A vanilla. There was a... Anyway, I'll put the notes on the screen, but it is beautiful. When I first sprayed it, I wasn't sure, or it was okay. I liked it, but it was more just, oh, it's fruity, it's like a cherry. But man, when it dried down, it smelled heavenly. I loved it. And then the second thing, I'm not going to say the word out loud. I'm just going to show you because I'm careful on my channel what I say. Don't want to get demonetized. It is a thing. And this one really fooled me. At first I was like, I don't know. It's a little, because it's definitely your evening perfume. It's a night fragrance and it's a little deeper. Now I can't remember the notes in it either. I'll put them on the screen too. I feel like it had, I don't remember now, but I was trying to figure out what it was in there. There was this like smoothness, but it was a little deeper too, but it ended up having a lot of the notes that I love also in it. So I think that's why I liked this, but it wasn't until it dried down that I realized I loved it. But it is a very like provocative, it has some floral in it, and I couldn't identify. I was like, no, is that floral? I don't know. But it was like the florals that I like. It's beautiful. So both of these, actually, I ended up loving them, even though I started off like, I'm not sure. It was the dry down that is just gorgeous. All right, I have two things in skincare, and that's it. I don't do a lot of skincare in my favorites because I tend to empty skincare, so I tend to cover my reviews more in the empties, but these two products stood out so much that I have to share them. I'm just like, you guys, oh my gosh. All right, the first one is Dr. McCreen Actives. This is an eye cream. Wow, I am so blown away. It's called the High Performance Eye Cream. I'm still using it. One of the best eye creams I've ever used. It is amazing. It is like this silky, blending, beautiful goddess of heaven on the eyes. It is so good. But at the same time, I feel like it's lifting and doing the things it's supposed to for anti-aging. And I just feel so pampered when I wear it. It is incredible. And I can't even remember where I got it. I think I got it in an advent calendar maybe. But it is so good. I know it's luxury and I think it's worth every single penny. Amazing stuff. Now the second one I have already emptied, and I mentioned it in my empties video for this week, for this month, which again, I'm not sure if that's going to be before or after this video. So you're going to see it duplicated, but it's so good that I'm going to mention it again. And since I've emptied it, I no longer have it to show you. So I'll just have to put a picture on it of it. The La Mer concentrate. I try not to promote things that are not cruelty free too much, but this is still so good. I have to mention it. And I had gotten it in a beauty box of some kind. So this is like a serum. It's called the concentrate, and it has a little spatula where you just spread a little bit on the face in the places you really need it and then rub it around. And at first I thought, what is this? You can't even get it on your face. The little doe foot's so small, and like, how do you use this? But when I started rubbing it into the skin, I was like, oh my gosh. It was this silk, just smoothest silky coverage on my face. I don't even know how to describe it. It is incredible. Now, La Mer is so pricey, one of the most high-priced skincare out there, but it is so good that like if it was cruelty free, I would plunk down the money. It was a dream. So I did still want to mention it. I don't typically do that though if it's not cruelty free, but it was that good. All right, now we are going to move on to more of the fashion items that I wanted to mention. I got a lot of fashion and like style this month. So a lot of things were gifted to me, which was amazing. I feel very blessed, very blessed. And then some things just came in boxes I paid for as well. So the first thing I'll mention is the little bag, purse, and the scarf with it that came in the curature box. Now I had some negative things to say this time about the curature box, and I have actually canceled it now, but I wanted that for this little bag. I love this style. It is so cute, but now I've gotten to where I don't love it that much without the scarf. And I wasn't so sure about that scarf if you ever watched my curature unboxing. But I love how they had styled it with it. And now I just feel like it made the purse. And by the way, I've talked about this too, but I am actually currently wearing my cheetah shoes. This is a leopard and this is a cheetah, but I still feel like they go together so well. But I am in love with how this is styled. I love it with certain outfits. So this is definitely actually a favorite, and I'm kind of glad I ended up going for the box, even though I thought about canceling it before then. So that was definitely a worth it thing. So speaking of these shoes, I also got 3 pairs of shoes this month from FAVES, and I have a whole video on that, styling it. I won't bring out all the shoes in front of you. What I'll do is I'll just put in some pictures and clips of me wearing the shoes. I think, okay, I love these that I just showed you, but I think my favorite 2 pairs are actually the boots and the red sneakerinas. I didn't think I was going to like the sneakerinas as much, but when I started wearing them and styling them in different ways where I made them like a red accent, I love them. And it's like, I find that I just want to throw those on every day. They are so cute. And like, I do feel like I'm kind of walking around in little ballet shoes, but they're like sneakers too. So those were my 2 faves of those shoes. I was thrilled to get these new shoes. I'm actually getting one more pair too that have kitties on them. So excited. And then I was also so kindly gifted a bunch of outfits from Dokutu, which is a brand on Amazon. And so I have a whole styling video there too. All these like Black Friday deals. I think they were all favorites. I got to pick them all out. I love the 2-piece blue set. I actually wore that to my friend's church the other day, and I love them. I love how it fits. I love it as a dressy outfit option. And then my favorite of all is probably this flannel. Oh my gosh, it's like a shacket. So it's like flannel and a jacket. It is amazing. It's like this fleece on the inside, fuzzy and warm. That is definitely my favorite piece of all, and how versatile it is and everything. And then I also love this sweater. That one was a favorite with like kind of puffed sleeves, just the style of it. There was a few other pieces that were just cozy wear, just things that are more basics that I needed. So I love them, but I would say that those were the 3 that really stood out of that haul, that I just loved those outfit pieces. And then the last thing of like clothing and style are the Christmas PJs that I got in my paid FabFitFun box. These are just so cute. And I wasn't sure at first if I was going to love them or not, because I was picturing them being like scratchy and they're kind of square and button up and long sleeve. And I don't usually do PJs like that, but they ended up being so soft and they are just so cozy and perfect. I haven't been able to wear them a lot yet because it's been hot again here in Florida. I'm so ready for the cold weather, but they are so cute and they're going to be perfect for like Christmas time and holidays. I'm definitely going to wear them on Christmas Eve for sure. So they are favorites. I think out of the whole FabFitFun box, the PJs this time were my favorite of that paid box. All right, guys. So I think that might finally be everything that I wanted to cover as favorites. Lots of style this time, lots of eyeshadow palettes and makeup, and yeah, a little bit of skincare and fragrance. So that was some good stuff. I love my favorites video. Because it's all my favorites, it's a favorite video. All right, guys, so hopefully you enjoyed that, found it helpful. And again, I will try to provide the links down below. And if you have any questions about any of these products, feel free to comment. And definitely stick around if you love to see a lot of roundups and reviews like this, and definitely all of the beauty boxes and curations that we do here. And that's where most of these products came from, as well as, you know, a lot of the PR I get. I love to kind of give you guys my thoughts on that. I don't know when this is airing. It could air on Thanksgiving. I'm not sure. So happy Thanksgiving to those of you who do celebrate or that are in America. And yeah, happy holidays early. And may the fun Black Friday shopping begin too. Make sure you check out some of those links and discount codes on anything you're interested in my caption. And make sure you pop that subscribe so that you don't miss more in the future. And I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Bye.